It's live.
Okay, are we on now?
Yeah, they can see. They can see us. I'm on a plane, so Jarrod's holding y'all down, and I will see you guys later. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But have a good show. I'll see you in a minute, bro. I'll be watching from the
All right, man.
All right.
All right, yo. So we are here. We are here. You can see we can have an agenda tonight. It is Friday. Hope y'all enjoyed the week. Hope y'all enjoying the fact that it's Friday. We are here for another stream on Friday nights. I might get the time a little messed up, so it looks like we'll be able to check out a little bit of SmackDown. Give me a moment. I'll get that on screen. Well, we get to start streaming that. But you can see on the screen here that we have plans tonight, y'all. We're just not gonna sit on the couch and Netflix and chill tonight with some SmackDown. Go ahead and put on your nice stuff, put in your good smell good. We got somewhere to be. We got reservations. Give me a moment. Let me get everything set up. Right now, I am putting on the VPN. Don't forget, we do have a sponsorship with Surfshark. They do have a Black Friday sale going on right now. You'll be seeing a link popping up in the chat later on today. While we're here, but before we do this, we got to do something right. Let's do this the right way. Hold on. One sec.
Thank you for calling No Dirt Sheets. You're acknowledging your tribal battalion. BNY5252. Yeet.
Oh, hi, how you doing? Actually, I'm late for a meeting with King Leo Picasso. I'm trying to get a hold of him because I got a song that he told me that I needed to finish up. I'm trying to get in, but I don't have my ID or nothing. I was wondering if I could just run in real quick and get a hold of King real quick and talk to Leo.
No worries, I can help you with that. But first, since you don't have your ID, I'm going to need you to fill out some paperwork.
Oh, man, really, listen, I'm really kind of in a hurry and I'm just trying to get in and get out real quick, man. I really need to just talk to King Leo real quick. Can you just slide real quick, please? Miss Thea, I'm like, for two.
First of all, don't play with me. It's for two. And no, I can't let you slide through. Since you don't have your ID, I'm going to need a few forms of identification. I need a passport, I need your DMV driver record, and a bill, and a security deposit.
Let's get to it. What you need, we got it. Ain't enough of Finny in the cup. Bottles going up.
Leo going to get the A-Rap money as well. It's wild, KM.
Show them how to stunt. Where the baddies at? Tell them daddy's back. I'm on the hunt. I'm that bully. Everybody better run. Check your chain when I can do them. Checking everything I want. This be that smoke that everybody say they want. But ain't got that fire that they need to burn them up. Whoa. Hop up on this beat, I'm bringing eaters for the streets. All these rappers out here weak and all the good ones fell asleep. I'ma put this mic to work and give my son something to eat. They ain't keeping up with me, I guess it's gotta be the feed. Yeah. Hennessy beside me, I'm in love. Whoa. They ain't thought I'd make it, but they landed for my show though. Now the money coming in and everybody know. But if they not my baby mama, bitch, I'm not giving you dough. I'm out here on my thuggin', I don't give a shit no more. Whoa. Feel some type of way though, you can hang yourself for sure. This ain't for the hoes that go for broken blender bros. This is for those people who will sacrifice to get it all. Hey.
Not wasting no time. Get me on the screen. Get me up here. What's going on with y'all? It's Friday again. So yeah, been telling you all week what's been going on. Leo is not in his current home. He actually took a flight over to Vegas, Afghanistan, that is. I'm trying to level up on y'all. So we may see him later on tonight. You get a glimpse of him on the actual plane, which is pretty wild, but living the feature, I guess. But the other thing that's happening tonight is we checking out an HOG show tonight. Uh-oh, here he comes.
I'm walking through the airport trying to find the baggage.
So what's happening right now is that the HOG show doesn't start until like another 40 minutes. So right now we're going to check out this Ilya Dragunov challenge. He's challenging Waterhead McDonough. Then we're going to watch Leo lose all his money. We got a lot, man. Since we're overload right now, we got a lot of things going on right now. While we get into it, I'm gonna get into some of these comments real quick. See how fast we can breeze through them. Tia and Anthea are both in the building. They are happy that it's finally Friday. The weekend is here. Looking for some No Dirt Sheets and SmackDown and HOG. David Bond is here. He is acknowledging the tribal chief, which would be TBT in this case. Greet us all around. Good to see everybody here. David Bond says, let's see Reed learn his lesson from last year's War Games. Right. We'll see. I feel like he's got to give him the baby dinosaur arms anyway. But we'll see how safe they play at this time. They put a couple tables under them. So I take it that there was a promo at the beginning of the show, so I'm glad I missed that. So he is happy when her husband seemed to be out here taking care of business. And there was a Drew McIntyre sighting. I just chimed in, seeing Cody laid out, he got his ass whooped. Why'd he leave the house? He could have been at home with his kid. Something he needs to do here tonight. Such a deadbeat. Robert Brown is in the building. Hold up, RB. Leo is where he needs to be. Hopefully he doesn't have too much fun on us. Yes, I'm here. I am here in my uniform. David Bond says that Paul Heyman always thinks he's one step ahead. Well, I mean, when you write the best portions of the show, you kind of know what's going to happen. But, you know, I get you, man. I get what you're saying. Robert Brown says, what's going on with Leo? Leo ran away from home. He's going to be a Vegas showgirl. He's never coming back. He says, I forgot. Let me head to Triller right now. You still got a few minutes. We got another 40 minutes or so before the show actually starts. I thought it started at 7 my time. I was trying to do the math. I could never get the math right. Yeah, but we will be. I will be switching over my feed. What my eyes are going to be on. It's going to be a HOG show in my hometown, Chicago. So you all have been warned. Read us to RB. Okay, I want to say I want to go get the A-Rap money with the H. Like TK. What's up, Black Star? Okay, I'm saying hello to Tia. R. Brown is sitting out his shout outs tonight. Asking if KM's going to be hopping on. KM is actually hooking us up with the HOG feed in the clubhouse tonight. So if you want to head over there in a little bit, you'll be able to holler at KM as he is doing us a service, and we thank him greatly and dearly for being able to provide this for us. I actually spent a little bit of time working on the application for the affiliated marketing team that handles affiliate program for Triller. So if you're not on Triller yet, be expecting a discount code soon, because we're applying for that as we speak. So Around saying what's up to happen with Tini. Jarrod, yes, the theme song. Always have to have the theme song. I was going there. Look, this show, you can see this show came together at very last minute. I was trying to figure out how to do certain things and how I was gonna, get this going. I do have the ability to do it on my own, but I still want to stay, with the uniform we have set up already. So it's magical that Leo was able to pull this off while he was on the plane. That was just great. But salute to Leo. He's never gonna let y'all down. So Thea is dancing, saying what's up to RB. Thea is asking Cam to behave tonight. We know that it is a big ass, but he's gonna try. RB is saying what's up to Thea. KM to Robert Brown. So now Leo don't want me on. I told y'all I'll be 09 ordering this. You got to come to the clubhouse to hang out with KM. So hopefully you guys are registered. Y'all get on over there, especially at the top of the next hour. Byron's in the house. He says, hello, do you like my profile pic? It's Roxanne Perez. I like that you told me that it was, because these profile pics on YouTube are so small. Like, I don't know. Cam said, damn, Drew did Dwayne Brady. Blackstar says, looks like NBC Universal, who want that Max library, and Netflix, who want the WD movie library, put a bid to buy WBD. I was monitoring that, and then I wasn't anymore because I didn't think it was going anywhere for the time being. But now it looks like it's time to start paying attention to it. I mean, a bid is a bid, not for nothing. Paramount put a bid in, it got rejected. So this is still preliminary stuff, but we gotta follow the breadcrumbs and see how this is going to end up. I don't think anything is going to affect it. We're talking about in terms of these wrestling companies, especially like AEW, seems to be caught up in the middle of this. It doesn't mean anything. It won't mean anything to them until their contract is up, which is still another 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Same thing for WWE. That contract with Netflix is it's got 2 more years left on it as well before Netflix can exercise an option, and it don't seem like they happy about exercising that option. Talking billions of dollars on that one. Tia says to KO, you right. Happy Friday. KO says we need an NDS onesie with a cape. I don't know. Edna Moon says no capes. But I have to check to see. I got to check the wholesalers to see if we got access to a onesie, because I'm not opposed to making it. You saying you're gonna buy it, I will make it. Like, they're gonna play. David Bond is happy to see AJ on the referee side tonight. GM is in the building. Everybody say what's up to GM. Thank you for stopping through. KM says, hey, Mr. A-Rod money himself. Leah says she hopes that Leah had a safe flight. Looks like he did. Looks like he's getting ready to get into some fun. He said it's going to stop back by, but listen, if I'm touching down in Vegas on a Friday night, don't count on seeing me. We'll see how good Leo's going to be good to us. But GM is wishing Leo safe travels. And we're going to pay attention a little bit to this match. Dragunov is already bleeding after he gives Dodge vertical suplex. And now it's heading to the top rope to do nothing. Blackstar says, and the Saudis who put a bid in to buy a sports library, AEW, half of WBD things could get extremely interesting. The Saudis put a bid in on everything though. They bid for the WWE when it was up for sale. So we know what they want to do. We know they got a lot of money to spend. They're like the default option. They're going to put a bid in on any and every piece of American media that they can get their hands on. Have they gotten anything yet? That's the question. This has been like the third or fourth time that the Saudis have popped up in the bidding war but have they actually purchased anything? I gotta do my research. Let me see if Blackstar can get back to me on that. RB says, Brother Jarrod, I've been impressed with you these past couple months. You gotta say, Brother Jarrod, you ascended. In fact, you and my brother have ascended, and ascended to saying, Brother Jarrod. Okay, I'll take it. whatever badge and notch you want to give me, I'll accept it. So I know it's from the people. Everybody saying what's up to GM. Safe travels to Leo. Uh-oh. I got to fix my little robot. I don't need my robot to be... I don't know where I get a wrench. I don't want my robot to get a wrench. Don't worry about that. I will fix that. Hopefully it won't be a problem. Tyler is in the building. I believe he is saying, yo, the Y is next to the T on the keyboard. I got you. Robert Brown says, Mr. Peabody and Reverend Reigns about to wrestle for the 30th time at Survivor Series. Yep. Womp. Yep. You say, yep. Oh, there goes my first. Let's go host my first robot commercial for you right there. I'm gonna let you just take that in. We've been making upgrades on the back end. This is one of the things I was able to accomplish today. So that's my birthday card for y'all. Tia saying hi to Tyler. He said, oh, Nightbot is there? Yep, Nightbot is here. Nightbot is there. Nightbot needs to be tweaked a little bit. I don't want him policing anybody. I just need him to just shoot out the commercials. That's it. So if Nightbot does anything to anybody, I apologize. That's not the intent. I do not need him to be the police. I need him to push my links. That's it. Oh, Leo said he's trying to find No Chill out here. Oh, so he's got business to take care of as well. Should we be warning No Chill? Are we going to get a parking lot brawl between No Chill and King Picasso, King Leo? Stay tuned. We got a lot going on over here. RB says, I got 2 name ideas for your brother Jarrod. Would you like to be called the Ascendant one or Superior Jarrod? It's up to you. Call me the Ascendant one. I'll take that. That sounds close to Exalted one. And rest in peace to Brody. David Bond says a reunion of NXT UK rivalry and the Mad Dragon, the Irish Ace. Okay, they did have a couple interesting ones over at NXT UK and before that as well. Not for nothing, they doing the damn thing. I feel like the challenge is always to, especially when people had a rivalry before and they finally bring it over to the WWE stage, that they have to take, the work that they've done over courses of like 30 and 60-minute matches and try to fit it into like 10 minutes. So that's where the real work for them needs to happen. Leo says KM is the Queen's flip of the show. Tyler says, do you get set up with the Triller coupon code? I did not. If you're talking about in terms of us offering it to our community, I put the application in this morning for us to be an official affiliate of Triller. Still waiting for them to get back. Actually, we still have more we need to fill out because it's a pretty long, lengthy process. I need Leo to get in there and do some things. But we did start the process this morning to be an official affiliate for Triller. So we're waiting to hear back on that. R. Brown says, don't RB says, don't worry, Brother Jarrod. Both Goku and Vegeta voted. Most of us gave you the blessing. You see your Super Saiyan transformation. Felt like the other Saiyans was unsure about it though. Okay. Leo saying what's up to GM. Tyler says MLW program and finally returning to 2026. Are they returning to Triller in 2026, you're saying? I know it's great that we get the MLW stuff on YouTube, but just keep in mind that YouTube does not pay out for any sort of combat sports in terms of their affiliate programs or their partnership programs. So anything that's wrestling related that does show up on YouTube is 100% free. They're not making anything on the back end. So we do want to see, some wrestling promotions that are utilizing YouTube to graduate to getting some sort of deal on the back end, because they don't get any payouts on the front end. None of their sponsors will pay for anything quote unquote violent. So if you see any wrestling content on YouTube, appreciate them, especially if you like it. You know what you got to do, like, comment, subscribe. But just know that they don't get anything from the affiliate program or the partnership program because of the regulations. I know a lot of people miss AEW Dark Elevation. When they signed that new deal and they started absorbing 100% of the production costs, they couldn't continue to sustain that on YouTube. They have to put a product out that they make money out of. So just keep that in mind when you see wrestling program on YouTube. They're not getting a dime from YouTube for that. And it's a travesty because they should. Seafood says, good evening, Jarrod and chat. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Yep, I think we had a pretty good day. I took a nap today. Any day that a grown person takes a nap, it's a good day. Trust. Tia says, what up to Seafluid? Seafluid is returning the salutations. Salutations are all around. Harper Brown, Vegeta convinced the other Saiyans gave Vegeta, Barack, and Ben and other wise final vote landed on Gohan because he was the one ascended Saiyan, aka Super Saiyan 2. Thank you for all of the Dragon Ball Z lore, and thank you for the nickname. I appreciate you. Seafluid is saying, paying respects to Mrs. Anawai. For better or for worse, this is probably the best thing that you're most likely going to see on SmackDown. I don't know how you guys were excited about the opening. Mind you, this is a go home show, so I also want to keep in mind how much this show sells you on Survivor Series. So make sure you add that into your evaluations. The one constant is always going to be Ilya Dragunov in whatever match he does. And I disagree with anybody who thinks that there isn't any stories attached to this, because he's managing like 2-3 feuds at the same time. They're doing right by him. KO says Leo breaking bread with the H. Pay raise everyone. Be rich, bitch. I wish Leo would come back with a bag. Not far off from the truth there. Blackstar says the Saudis bought EA, and a lot of people are saying the Saudis will take over TKO, but that's a massive if. Robot is also giving you a little bit of advice about picking up some of the NDS and TBT merch. There will be a Black Friday sale. There will be new merchandise in the shop. There's already some in there now that's hidden that will come live. I got a few more pieces I want to design. There'll be more things for you to pick up. Tia says, oh no, the JD to Illa. The Taki is in the building. Sending Silky Mouse Skin and Gray Sweatpants. Salute to everybody. What's going on, Nataki? She is making her rounds with the salutations. And everybody is greeting her back in the same. Thank you for being here with us. Tia is telling Tyler to go to Triller right now. There's a 7-day trial right now if you sign up. RB says what's happening to Brother C. Floyd. Black Star is saying it seems more possible under the White House, but I still don't think it will happen. I think EA will be the closest it will get. They are also a major player in TKO boxing. Yeah. A little bit of the drama. I appreciate the fact that they're letting Rhea Ripley come back from injury, and the first thing that she's going to do is War Games. I always wondered, like, I understand the idiot reason why, but I've always wondered why when somebody was out for an arm injury, and they come back from the arm injury, and the first match that they're in, the first thing that the other guy does is target the arm. Somebody comes back from a concussion, the first thing that they do is they drop him on his head or bang him in the head with a garbage can or something like that. Why do they do that? I get the idiot answer as to why they do that, but like the kayfabe answer, but like I don't see the logic in it. Not for nothing, I've also seen maybe 3 pieces of social media today. I don't know if they all dropped today or they're all recent, or these are old things that I saw. But it just so happens that the algorithm served me today 3 different occasions of Scrap Daddy, as he like to call himself, talking shit about Nick Aldis and a possible match between them inside the WWE. But at the same time saying it's never going to happen because he never wants to wrestle again. I don't know if the internet is just trolling me or if there's something to it. Tia says she's going to cancel before the 7 days to sign up when we get our code. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. See, the game plan is right there for you. I will let you know as soon as we get the application approved, the code will be out, and you'll be able to run the game plan with us. Cousin Lo is in the building. What's up, cousin? What's up, Lo? See, Flo saying, what's up to Bobby Brown? David Bond saying it's a great match. I concur from what I saw from the corner of my eye. Great match, but you know, it's like a J. Cole verse. It's almost boring that it's consistently good. See, ascension out the low. RB says I was out of chat when you read my comment. Did you pick a name yet, brother Jarrod? What did I pick? Now I have the exalted one stuck in my head. What is it? The elevated one? Whatever the upward trajectory one that you gave me. Taking that one. Everybody saying what's up to Lo, and he is returning the favor. He says the Seaflow is my prerogative to be here tonight. You know, we've been pronouncing that word wrong for like 30 years. Prerogative. Tia says like, right, you're right. No, Dragon of Slander will be tolerated. We will allow very low level slander to whatever is going on with this tattoo until it gets completed, because it does look like some scribble. Outside of that, no, we're not tolerating it. Absolutely not. David Pond says, oh boy, the queen and mommy. Elbow to Bobby Brown. Look at my robot. Look at my robot. KM says the code is helicopter. Let me do something about this. What is this one? Let's do this one. I'm only looking at this this dashboard from the guest perspective or the second seat perspective. I don't have control over everything here. if I'm looking at this correctly, like tracks have to be uploaded individually that gets played in the background. So logically, explain to me why, because Low is in here. Explain to me why I just don't have access to like 8 cousin Low beats that I could just switch back and forth from. Like, what's the logic behind it? Because if there's no barriers, maybe it's some copyright barriers. I don't know. You have to let me know. If there's no barriers, I will see that this is fixed immediately. See, Floyd wonders if Leo's going to be kicking it with the Godfather while he's out in Vegas. I don't think he'd tell us if he would. That seems like something that Leo will be keeping to himself because he'd be afraid of how we're going to tease him about it, especially KM. Okay, I am on the Canadian feed. It looks like we are at a true commercial break. So let me just give you all a slight reminder as to what the agenda is. In about a little bit more than 15 minutes, this is happening in my home city of Chicago. There is a HOG show happening there, and we're going to be checking it out. This is one of the matches. There was a couple people who was really excited about this match. 2 really good tag teams. One guy who was still questioning, is it real or is it cake? We are not sure. But yeah, if you got your trailers up, we will be checking this show out in about 15 minutes. If not, if you have access to the clubhouse, I suggest you secure your spot over in the clubhouse now, so you will also be served the content. Anybody who still wants to keep up with SmackDown, you guys go right ahead and keep us abreast on what's happening on SmackDown. If anything significant happens, please let us know and put it in the chat so that we are not behind. But we will be checking out this HOG show. We had fun on Saturday when we checked out the show that they did in Albany, New York. We saw Mercedes Moné win her 13th championship. And I suspect that this show is just going to be just as good. We're actually going to get Zilla Fatu on the show, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's on that graphic right here. Zilla is here. Trippy Cho, I've seen clips. I've seen social media. I have not seen a bell-to-bell Zilla Fatu match. So, if nobody else, I'm in for a treat. So I'm definitely excited to see what's happening here. You can also see Ashe Wrestling's own Cedric Alexander is here, and he's going to be challenging Charles Mason for that world championship. You know, we got a Rascals reunion that's happening here. Still looking at the hair, man. I do know if you like working with like the vitamin D and like peppermint oil, maybe you get your stuff to grow, but that was like chia seed speed. I don't know, man. I see WWE United States Championship was just defended in an excellent match, followed by 2 extra storylines, 2 different rivals, 2 different motivations for winning the title off of him. I've seen people say that there's nothing going on with this title. I have to disagree. Seafloor said, I've seen the retro dress shoes that Leo his purchase on YouTube. Retro dress shoes is wild. Yep, HOG, 15 to 16 minutes. Karen says the Discord, come on down. Your open mic is on. No, there, Jay, King Leo said he's trying to find Cross. He was talking about FSW. See Fluid, he says see Fluid's no damn boy. He ain't wearing no Jordan 3 hard bottoms. David Bond says no Johnny Ward don't call my best friend a jackass t-shirt. This has the potential of being another good one. Rest in peace to Bob Caudle. Last time is now tournament. Was that Sheamus match supposed to be tonight as well? Because apparently Sheamus has got a injury that took him out of the tournament completely. I apologize for not bringing a little bit more journalistic integrity tonight. Not necessarily due to the Dolo show, but just Dolo stream, but just because I had a lot of things to put together before the night. Didn't get a chance to look at too many feeds. Got also another question about this tournament as well. The Taki says, listen to Jarrod and my grandparents in the background, listen to somebody's intro music playing, wrestling by himself. Come on now. We were all Jeff Hardy when we were younger. And Jeff Hardy would have been when I was in like my early 20s. So the Bell says Nightbot needs to chill. I will take the feedback and I will reprogram it so that it's not so evasive. I do wanted to push out like those links for me, maybe not so frequent. I was just trying to test the frequency on that. I definitely don't want Nightbot to be policing anybody, so I think there's like a banned word section or something like that. So Nightbot needs to work with y'all, not against y'all. You know what I mean? Tia says, okay, grandbaby training to be a wrestler. I would like to believe that was a genuine pop for Carmelo, but that felt a little piped in. I was talking with my brother about this tournament. And he made a suggestion because we all know that Gunther is winning this. But just based off of like John Cena's history with the company and everything he's done, especially on the back end, wouldn't it be funny if the last match that John Cena has against Gunther is it's a casket match? Wouldn't it be so fitting? Robert Brown says, Brother Jarrod, do you like Hollywood Undead? Let me give you my synopsis on that. I'm pretty sure by now you watched the whole video. And I think we just kind of got caught up in the controversy that we didn't really give like any real feedback on the actual band. From what I understand, we might be going further down that rabbit hole in terms of like learning more about their history and everything like that. Um, how do I put this? There's a lot of people who appreciated hip hop where it started, from that Run DMC era, so that rap mixed with rock and roll. And I feel like a lot of people took that part and ran with it. I think that this band does just about as good as a job as anybody else that has gone down this path of this kind of 80s style, rap. That part as a whole, I feel like I've kind of grown from whatever. So I find myself more respecting and appreciating it. But honestly, it's like I would play it about just as often as I would play like Run DMC. You know, it's not that I don't appreciate it, but like I have grown and matured with hip hop, and I appreciate the sophistication of lyrics and bars and how to structure and all of that, and just like every bar is like a rhyme, and we do this all the time. Saying like that kind of rap is juvenile to me, but I appreciate it, especially when somebody who I consider to be outside of the culture kind of embraces that and kind of keeps that going. So I appreciate and respect it, and it does sound good. So in the way that they put it together, it does sound good. I don't want to be too disrespectful to try to compare them to like a Linkin Park in terms of having like a rapping and a singing element, because I'm just not, like I said, once again, my ear is just not this sophisticated and saying rap, rock and alternative and things like that. But like, just the mainstream stuff. But like sonically, it sounds good. Sonically, it sounds good. It's going to get a few more listens out of me, probably more of the more recent stuff than the older stuff for obvious reasons. But I appreciate it. It's decent. It's a 6 for me. What did you think of the Deduce Soul song "Story of a Snitch"? I'm happy that they're also incorporating the rap beef portion of like hip hop into what they're doing. But it sounds the same. It sounds the same. There's nothing like super scathing. We kind of question the fact that he's always been a snitch, but now he's a bitch. He's been a snitch this whole time, but it was okay. It wasn't okay once he became a bitch. That's a little confusing. Might want to go back to the drawing board on that, but I mean, I feel the same. Yeah, I'm just asking about that. Sheamus got injured. What happened, and who's going to replace him in this tournament? The ability snipe by our police. I go into Productivity live streams, and the host does make changes because the bot block people. Okay. Message received. I will get in there. I will get in there and fix that. Chaos says Leo looking to get custom Gucci Arab robe. Got a rep for the big NDS and TKO and WWE. Okay, I'll stop. HOG in 7 minutes. Actually, HOG in about 4 minutes now. Thea said, "Yeah, I put someone on timeout earlier." I know it reacted to something that Tyler said. It didn't do it to Tyler, did it? Thea says, "I'll be upset if Gunther is John Cena's last opponent." Put it out there. Prepare for it. You can blame your Uncle Dave, because at least 2 or 3 times a year he's actually right about something, and there's a couple people that picked it up after Dave put it out there. I think even SRS picked it up as well. More than likely, Gunther is going to be the final opponent. Gunther going over on John Cena. Baron Corbin going over on Kurt Angle. Like, come on. The way that this company does retirements, it'd be almost wrong for us to expect anything other than shenanigans. I really think that Intercontinental Championship that he just won is a consolation. Oh, but Finn versus John Cena, see, that looks too much like Justice, and they won't give us that. 3 minutes to HLG. Sheamus lost to Rusev. Why does it need to be replaced? I'm confused. Oh, okay. They were framing it when everybody's talking about this injury, and they were framing it as if they may have to make some sort of change. Maybe that was a change. Maybe he was supposed to go over, but then he had to wrestle through his injury to get written off. They've been framing it like they had to change the tournament because of the injury. That's not me saying it. That's the way that I took it in terms of like the 2 or 3 places I've seen this posted. I know they get it wrong, but that's why I'm asking y'all. Because I didn't get a chance to do a lot of research today on these stories. I've been seeing things, and I'm just bringing it to y'all as a question. I don't know. Let me not make too many excuses for them. Robert Brown, fun fact, Johnny 3 Tears, the ball guy, his first name was the server when he was joining the band. My favorite rapper of all time is the legendary Tupac. If you ask me, Tupac went Super Saiyan in 95 when he got out of jail. I have none of my respect for anybody who thinks that Tupac is their favorite rapper. I'm alluding to something here, but I'm not going to be disrespectful about what I think. I do want to see the ending to this match, and then I'm switching my feed. I am going to change this music in just a moment. Just bear with me. It's getting on my nerves. All right, I'm going to try this one. Would I say so, Brother Jarrod? Would I say so what? That Tupac is my favorite rapper? No. He's probably one of the most important rappers of our generation of the history of hip hop itself. He's not my favorite rapper. But he was needed, he was necessary. And honestly, if it wasn't for him dying, I feel like there was a lot of people that we wouldn't even get a chance to know because of that. There definitely would be no Jarrod if it Bob's still with us. But there's a part of me that thinks that there wouldn't be no DMX either. I believe they kind of filled a void that Pac left when he passed away, unfortunately. Okay, says HOG is on live. I'm about to watch it. Have a good one, y'all. So that's to anybody who is sticking around and watching SmackDown. We collectively will be switching over to watching or at least covering HOG once this officially starts and once this match is off. Right now, HOG is running their intro. So okay, yeah, I thought Sheamus was put out by Rusev, so I didn't think he would even continue in the tournament. I knew he was going to ask me who my favorite rapper was. I'll have to explain that in a different way. Let me circle back around. There's a certain way I have to answer this question. Do I have one favorite rapper? No. I couldn't. But I I'm also not going to do some crazy like a top 10 list either, because I don't even want to get into that conversation. People, these top 10 lists, I don't even start it. It's something I do is called Voltron. I'll explain it to you in just a moment. Let me get caught up with comments and switch over to the next show, and then we can circle back to that question. All right, Brown says, mine too, brother Jarrod. RB, me and Jarrod's favorite rapper is me. Low is on the list. Low has made its way to the list. I got a top 500 rapper list. Let's put Low at 500. Let's be fair. The robot's giving me a little bit more advice. That Tupac went Super Saiyan when he got out of jail. Then when you say Tupac went Super Saiyan when you got out of jail, are you talking about All Eyes on Me, or are you talking about Me Against the World? Because Me Against the World, I kind of like it a little bit better than All Eyes on Me. Especially what I know about how record labels work, and that he was joining a new label when he did All Eyes on Me to do a double album, means that you're trying to get out of a contract situation quickly. Now, with that being said, it was 2 CDs worth of hit records, but I don't want 1 CD full of hit records. You know what I'm saying? So if you're talking about Me Against the World, then yeah, I can agree with you on that. That was the better album in my opinion. Machiavelli, the Dawn Seventh Day Theory, that's my favorite Tupac album. It's just things that no other album has done since. Maybe K-Dot's come close. In terms of subject matter and what it was really trying to get people to understand and realize. All Eyes on Me was just a double CD hit records, which I enjoyed. That was like senior high school for me, but I don't like hit records. That is not of our culture. I'm just gonna put it like that. Cuddy Love said Pac would have bodied a lot of rappers from the past 20 years. Yeah. Based off of his intelligence alone, he wouldn't gonna let anybody else just come out here and just get away with putting out a lot of bullshit. There would be no Drake. Well, we got the correct version of Drake. Question is, would Pac been one of the people to kind of pass the torch on to K-Dot? Is the real question. Hold on. Jade is talking. I'm gonna switch this feed. HOG hasn't started yet. Okay. I'm actually gonna mute you and peek at the other feed to see if it started yet. Hasn't started yet. HOG hasn't officially started yet, but I am officially off of SmackDown now. So anything else that's happening on SmackDown, put it in the chat. Let me know if anything significant happens. But I will be watching and talking about this HOG show going forward. And hopefully that'll give us enough time in the chat if y'all stick around for Leo to come back after he gets settled, and we can chop it up some more. RB says no side to Detective Cousin Low. David Bond says hit and run by the senator. Cousin Slow says, hey, I made Jarrod's list. LOL. Jarrod's 500. You're welcome. You earned it. Oh, yeah, you figure All Eyes on Me. I noticed that's a lot of people's answer. All Eyes on Me. But I gave that explanation before in terms of how I feel about it. It was fun when it was out. It was 2 CDs of hit records. The email says, you just made the list. RB says, love Me Against the World, nothing less. Yeah. I like that one better. He had a song about his mama on there. See how that just holds more significance. And that's the type of records you should be doing once you get popular. You got to do those records. Yeah, see, Full said down. I gave Melo a token victory. Can't get the pinfall victory, but a BS count is a count out victory. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, we're supposed to take it as a win. It makes more sense if he was still a heel. I think he's kind of more babyface, so it'd have been more significant for him to get an actual win. Let's just keep it there. If somebody else wants to draw that conclusion, I'll piggyback off of it, but I'm just going to leave it at that. You see it, I see it, and that's why I'm not looking at it anymore. Oh, David Bond is singing the Cody Rhodes song. Jay Billy is not here to hear it, but something tells me that he heard that in his bones, though. Cousin Loso, who y'all think was a better rapper? Poet between Pac and Andre 3000 during their time? Dre. I guess, okay, well, let me, during their time. See, this is the other thing that I can't, Pac unfortunately was taken away from us too soon. So we don't even know where his potential was. In terms of the messaging he wanted to get out there. Truth be told, he was on the Will Smith path because he was acting in movies. So we're not sure exactly where he would have ended up at, how sophisticated his pen would have got over time. It was sophisticated for where it was at. And probably at the same time, you probably still have to give it to Pac. You had to go back and listen to Dre's lyrics on that first Outkast album, because that's all we can pretty much give him credit for in terms of the time frames. But I feel like Dre was saying stuff that people wasn't really hearing. The Dungeon family in general were saying things like, if there's any group of people who was probably carrying that legacy of edutainment, I like to call it, which is like the essence of hip hop and rap and hip hop, everybody in that Dungeon family, especially between Outkast and Goody Mob, they were all trying to tell you something, So they would have been in the same boat. So maybe we can just honor Pac for his legacy and how he inspired other people the right way, and just give it to Pac. But when you look at Dre's entire body of work, the student is always supposed to be better than the teacher in that sense. So if you look at the whole thing that Dre's ever done, you have to give it to Dre. But if we just talk about what's in like that certain time frame, it's probably Pac. Because Pac was still teaching, they were still learning. If that makes sense. David Bond says, "Don't mess with my baby Jade." They don't let them mess with Jade. They're gonna learn. They are going to learn. Tia is cracking up. Can you blame Pac for wanting to leave Death Row early? No, I cannot. I don't think he wanted to be there in the first place. He needed to get out of jail. He needed to be out of prison. It's not like prison's not like it is today, with like Tory Lanez out there in there still cooking up heat while he's still in prison getting stabbed. Saying still can hop on the phone, still put out some fire. It wasn't like that back then. He needed to get out of jail by any means necessary. But he recognized as soon as he got with that label, he needed to get off of there as soon as he got on. The HOG show is officially starting now. There are people in the front row of the show that are wearing fourth row gear. I love to see it. And you forgive me if I zone out a little bit. I might actually see people that I know at the show. You might get the single man tier out of me because I've not been in this building since before the pandemic. And I was here like every month. Faithfully. Let me give myself a little volume. The setup is, that wasn't, it didn't look good. Give me 1 second. Joe Alonzo just hit the ring to hit us with a profile. That's how we starting the show with Joe Alonzo. You can do some comments so I can pay attention to what's going on. Robert Brown says, "Love me some Dear Mama." How much DBZ did I watch growing up? If you're talking about me, I think I explained this before. I had the tapes. I had dub tapes from my friends. So I didn't actually watch it too much on Cartoon Network because, you know, then they just took what was on those tapes and just stretched it out way too long. I don't have the attention span for that. But I won't sit here and say I had all the tapes, but if there's more than a dozen, I had about a dozen of the tapes growing up. And like I said, the Cell series is my favorite. The Cell Saga is probably my favorite. I can tell you right now, I didn't have the second part of Majin Buu. So that's probably where I stopped. So however many tapes that was, that's what I had. Being from Chicago, Jarrod, what's your Chicago? Come on, man. I'm a fan of everything from my city. You talking about crucial conflict? You talking about like one of the best eras in Chicago in terms of Chicago hip hop. We're gonna spend a long time talking about rap if this is what we're at. I'm gonna have to apologize to you in advance for being slow in these comments because we are keeping us here in the rap conversation. Zillify 2 is hitting the ring. He just stepped out. If this was gonna happen first, because I've never seen a Zillify 2 match from beginning to end. I'm gonna have to lock in that this is what's happening. Crucial Conflict, Triple Darkness, Psychodrama. C4, I don't know how old you are precisely, or not precisely, but like if from like that same era where you were at. You know, the Crucial Conflict, not Crucial Conflict, the Psychodrama Pimp On was a game that we played at the lunch table. We bang it on the lunch table, have to fill in the blanks to that cadence. And then they took that and they turned it into a song. A dirty sounding song, not clean, was never re-recorded. It's recorded off of somebody's like hand recorder. One of the dopest songs in Chicago. But yeah, that's the era. Twisted Do or Die, Speed Knob, Infamous Syndicate. The good old days. Rap-wise, would you say was a Super Saiyan? DMX or Jarrod? With DMX hands down. I'll give you a fun fact because this is a lot. I find myself in these circles where I'm talking to a lot of people from the East Coast, and this is why I don't get into that whole top 10 mess because they get it wrong, and I'll just end up pissing them off. But like, you want to talk about our streets? The only thing that was really hot in our streets on the East Coast after like LL Cool J was Wu-Tang Clan, DMX, 50 Cent. That's it. You know, Corrupt did an interview with Vlad a long time ago. And Vlad, for some reason, asked him like a weird question, like, you know, how do you think like the Midwest or Chicago feels about the West Coast? And he told him like Chicago's the West Coast. He wasn't lying. When you think about what was hot in our streets during those times, it was West Coast stuff until down south started doing it. There wasn't a lot of East Coast stuff going on over there. Jarrod gets an asterisk by this name because he had a lot of radio hits. A lot of girls like to play Jarrod songs. He was never better than DMX. He's not on anybody's top 10 list, top 20 list, top 50 list. We get entertained by him sometimes, but he was never better than any of these other guys. We can tell that he's a dupe. We can tell this is an East Coast guy that was trying to take on Pac's persona and trying to sound like DMX. We wasn't falling for it. We wasn't falling for it. DMX had us in the streets praying to God. Jarrod didn't come close to doing any of that. He was a super nothing. Cousin Lo said I saw a post that Big Gip put up talking about Pac and Goody Mob had a collab album that was supposed to come out. It's like I came up with that in my mind, Cousin Lo. Answering that question is just like they're from the same school. They do the same thing. They put music out there that means something. Come on, man. That was out of my heart. Leo is in the building. He is back. What's going on, Leo?
Nothing much, man. Just tapping in for a quick second.
Supposed to be watching this HOG show. It just started. Zillow is in the ring. They're cutting promos right now. But Lowe and Robert Brown brought me into this music conversation.
Oh, it's always, man. Or be gonna make sure. Yeah, I mean, the vibes is set, though, you know.
It looks nice.
Yeah, this is the vibe check in the room. Don't ask. It's going up. Yeah, man. I am tired of shit. I just came in to tap in real quick. Did you see my little thing in the private chat?
Yeah, I don't see that on this view. I'll have to log into the other view, which I do have up still.
Okay.
To do that. But yeah.
All right. Just if you need some help with it, just let me know towards the end. Oh yeah. I see y'all in the comments. Hello, everybody. Nataki, Seafood, Tia. Yes, this is definitely a room fit for a king. You know what I'm saying? With the king size bed, I'm excited about being out here. It's I can't wait to. I'm gonna try to go by FSW sometime this weekend. I know Cross is wrestling Sunday, so if I can get my ticket changed, then I will, and I'll stay out here so I can try to catch some content with FSW and maybe even meet Cross, which is what the goal is, if I can do that. And the F1 races are out here this weekend. No Chill told me so.
Okay.
Yes, I am in Vegas, RB. I see you down there. What's going on, DB? See Flu?
You see what you're talking about. We just went down this whole Tupac rabbit hole real quick.
I see it. Yeah, I'm watching on the Canadian feed. Oh,
yeah. If there's anything that's happening on SmackDown, you have to let us know. I'm letting the chat know they got to let us know as well because my eyes are not on that show.
Yeah.
As of 8 o'clock, I did watch Melo get a win over Big Bronson Reed with the help from Cody Rhodes, who should be at home.
Okay.
But instead, he's out there sticking his nose in other people's business or whatever. So,
RB said we got some more homework. Hey, did Sirius Black give you did he say what the band said since they did like the post?
Yeah, I just heard that I just saw that they liked the post or whatever. So yeah, RB, I don't know if you're aware, but like the video that was put out on Sirius Black's channel with the homework, the actual band themselves actually liked the video. Robert Brown. So we're on their right radar. I don't know if we have like a part 2 scheduled for that, but like I know that Sean wanted to dig more into the whole beef thing. So
I'm laughing at y'all in the chat. He said, "Bring some shampoos back. LOL, maybe a pillow." He said, "And a robe." Y'all wow. All right, I'm gonna let Jarrod hold it down tonight. I'm about to get myself prepared for dinner. Going downstairs. I didn't even ask the name of the restaurant. I gotta figure out what. I think it's only one restaurant down here. We'll see you downstairs.
Okay.
You guys have a good one. I will talk to you guys. Maybe even hop on for a second tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Before
I mean, not for nothing, this HOG show just started, so I'm here to the duration of it. So
okay. Well, I'll tap
you
in
might,
from time to time while I'm in the restaurant in the chat. So I'll be
all right, bet.
meeting a few people. All right. See you guys in a
All right,
little bit. What
have
do
a
you
good
say,
night.
Jarrod?
That's
All
what I
right,
was just
man.
saying. Have a good night.
Appreciate you.
Let's see. They stretched the Majin Juice saga way too long. Yeah, I remember the tape. I remember it being stretched over 2 tapes because it was the Majin Buu, and then when he got down to Kid Buu and like the other Buu form, like it was like this whole long thing. Yeah, I won't agree. I won't disagree with you there. Low says DMX better rapper. Jarrod, according to the numbers, did better hits. In my opinion, though, Ja was always trash. He didn't have an identity at the beginning. And like I said, he was just going the wrong way, trying to look like Pac and sound like DMX. Like it wasn't the path for him. But you know what I'm saying? He's got a pen for R&B. Like he stayed on the radio. So we had the machine behind him. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those numbers are what they were supposed to be. The only thing that DMX had for him was that he was signed to Def Jam, and we all know that Def Jam doesn't do shit for artists anymore and hasn't done it for a while. Whereas Ja Rule, he kind of carved his own path, writing those songs for J-Lo, you know, saying in Ashanti, like, yeah, you know, saying when you write in, you know, so you can get those writing credits as well as a performer, like, yeah, you can do more in this industry, and that's what he became. He became an industry thug. I don't think Tupac's presence would allow him to do so, and 50 Cent got him up out of here. So David Bond says they playing their original theme music. Low says Freeze is my favorite hill. The hate was real, bro. He never held back talking shit. Yeah, I enjoy Freezer too. Especially calling them monkeys all the time. Okay. I really am like scoping this crowd to see if there's anybody that I know. I know there's at least one person that I know is at the show. Somebody who's there all the time. So somebody who I hope we're gonna work with in the future, but if I was at the show, I would have been in that second row because I know better than to be in that first row. You see how that guardrail just keeps on moving back and forth with ease. Tear your knees up. You will get injured. RB says no lies detected again because Low gotta agree. Cousin Low says, hey, most stuff was slapping back then too, especially with Tyler Coley. Black Star album slap. Yep. I bought that Black Star album and I bought that Pharoah Monch album on the same day. And yeah, for like that next month, that's all it was about. And then when I started finding those Lyricist Lounge on CDs, just have to know that being in the Chicago area, like I know the East Coast stuff, made me a nerd. Liking Nas made me a nerd. Imagine that. But it was trying to hear that what do they call it, that backpacky rapidy rap stuff. I was cracking up at my super nothing. To stop me when I'm telling lies. Taki was peeping out, Leo. The king has arrived. Nice hotel. It was nice room. Nice room to get some trouble into. RB says, is asking Leo why he didn't tell me he was traveling. He didn't check in with you. Y'all are supposed to make them check in with you, RB. I think you need to have a strong conversation with him when he gets back. See, Flu was like, damn, penthouse. He was asking Leo where he was. I don't know if he said, but he's in Vegas. Leo on his kingness. That was a nice room. He's in Vegas. Saying what's up to Leo. Yep, that's where he's at. Your lady's at. Ted, I got a call, but yeah, it seems that way. His mom doesn't want me to bring him into the chat. Fun fact: most of 2009 LP, The New Danger, has a song there called "Sunshine." It was produced by Kanye, and nobody knew. Slapper, by the way, most smacked on that track. Yeah, I remember that. Yes, I remember that. Salute to Leo. By the way, brother Jarrod and Leo, y'all got some homework. There goes a request for the shampoos and the robe. Woo! Everybody saying goodbye to Leo. I think he'll be back. For as long as I'm going to be watching the show, there'll be time for him to come back. We'll see. We'll see. Bronson about to go to work on Camilo. Who's going to tell him? But we all saw what happened. No, I am running behind on comments. Tia to Nakaki. Aw. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got this message last time. When it's looking to Salvia. We'll see what's interesting with them. Like I'm familiar with them. That was during that era. I was into some of the alternative stuff. Lo says, funny thing about Frieza is the fact that they nerfed the Zaro transformation, but Frieza never stopped calling them monkeys. Bro was really racist. Yeah. You know, if you watch enough anime and foreign television for that matter, there's a lot of opinions about us. Whether it's direct or whether it's, it's wrapped up in story. I wouldn't say about us, but like clearly like Frieza was like it's like a cross between like Napoleon and I think he's more of a Napoleon that they're writing, but like a cross between Napoleon and Hitler. Yeah, that's one thing that they do. They take a lot of world history and it's stuff that does make sense, and they incorporate it into these storylines to kind of make a mockery of the rest of the world who holds on to a lot of these different views. One Piece being probably the most prolific example of that, but low-key, all of those shows do that. World thinks a lot different than we think, or at least the propaganda that was put forth to us in terms of what's right and what's wrong. And it's entertaining when you see those things come out in different media. Not for nothing, I was watching this show. I went through a whole phase of watching a bunch of UK television shows one time, and there was this one show that I watched. It was on Netflix at one point in time. It's called Skins. It was kind of like their version of like 90210, but like because the same things are not taboo for them that it was for us. There was a lot of what we would probably consider like stretched sexual dreams or whatever, without actually like crossing the line. So I guess it's kind of like that other show. What is it? I can't think of the name of it right. Euphoria. I guess it's supposed to be like, well, this came out years before Euphoria came out, but like it was kind of a show on that level. It's a bunch of high school kids getting into a whole bunch of debauchery. But I remember watching that show, and there was an episode where the kids were doing a musical about 9/11. Taki says, "Tia, as soon as I can figure out how to get the info where to watch, I'm going to sneak him in." Tia says, "Not Zilla's hand twice." Henny God is here. He says, "Salute to the channel in the chat." What's up, Henny God? What's going on with you? Zilla got the win on that, by the way, obviously, but I was pretty entertained by what I saw. I would pay to see that live. He's coming a long way. It's pretty interesting that they ran. He's the HOG heavyweight champion, right? They ran that match first. They must be running that tag team in the main event. That's the one that they were promoting the most. So it's interesting that they had him open first, and he, not a draw. Maybe needs to get back to the airport right away. I feel like these shows usually start with their scramble match first. Now the wheels is turning as to why they ran that match first. Bobby Amaro just recently dropped a diss track on Josie Scott. They call "Hit 'Em Where It Hurts Now." Josie Scott replied with 2 diss tracks, "Who" and "Famous." I promise you, brother Jarrod, you'll like this beef. Saliva like spit. Thank you. Brother Jarrod, would you like to work for the Freezer Army? Pretty sure you'll want to rephrase that question after I just explain what they represented, but like, saying salute to Henny. I'm trying to remember what this guy's name is. Let me turn the sound on about that. Yeah, so this is their scramble match. They're running it the second match on the show. It's weird. Derek Richardson is the cruiserweight champion of HLG. They ran a number 1 contenders match last week to see who's going to face him for this cruiserweight championship, but now they're running another 6-man, and Derek Richardson is going to be in the match, so I guess his title's on the line. So they just ran that last match just because he was doing a lot of interfering in that last match. They were running a match to find out the number 1 contender for his title, but this fool was actually like in and out of the match the whole time. He beat up everybody at the end. Funny stuff. Send salutations to Henny. I always have to mute this because I can't get it low enough to where I can actually hear myself think. Did I ever play Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1? I think I played Budokai 3. Was the only one that I played it from the PlayStation 2 era. And I'm trying to think, what was the next one that I played? I feel like I played another one before Xenoverse. I was heavy on Xenoverse 1, not so much on Xenoverse 2. And I haven't played anything newer than that. Low says low keys, no other universe has an answer for Boo. But if he would have made it to the Tournament of Power, Fun fact: when Piccolo and Vegeta would die on Budokai 1, they would cry not because they died, because they said the violin play that they put behind it. You skip way too fast in DBC games. Yeah. Yes, I did. Kakarot was dope. Yeah. But so by the time Xenoverse is out, was probably around the time that I made the decision that I only play old games. So now I'll probably go back and play those Budokai games because that's kind of mode I'm in right now. I'm not paying $70 for these fighting games, y'all. It's not. I like them. I enjoy them. Fighting games are my jam. Played in a few tournaments back in my day, but for the game loop themselves, and I know they work hard on these games, but for the game loop themselves, I can't pay the 60, 70 for these joints. I gotta wait for them to be old. I'm playing a little bit of that 2XKO right now because it's free. You can earn things by actually playing the game. Even though it's still in beta right now, but yeah, and I also had to take these recommendations. Kakarot was dope. It's like we're going to tell this story over and over again, and that's the reason why I probably didn't jump at this. It's like we know this story. Why are we starting from the beginning again? We're going to play this story over again. We're going to play it again. Now we're going to play it again. But you say Kakarot is dope, I will put it on the Steam wish list. See, since I got to sit down and figure out Discord, I went in there. I felt like I was in a whole new world. There are so many icons. I would get it though. It is different. It is different, and you can see it's kind of like the sandbox version of like a Slack or other chat programs or whatever. It has a lot of options. It's like it has a lot of options, but it doesn't have a lot of options. You'll see as you mess around with it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you ever get to the customizable side where you can kind of make rooms and stuff like that, you'll see how it's special. That's all I can really say. It's a special thing, and people like to use it. Well, not for nothing, I will be testing a new function in Discord, or not a new function in Discord, but just a way to use Discord so that we can do a little hotline. So when we do these live streams, because I expect our situation to grow, and there'll be more chatters in here, and we want to be able to highlight, a lot of comments that are put in here. It's going to come to a point where we can't read every chat, every stream. This is not. It's not a sustainable model. And before I even start trying to, we start trying to talk to you about, super chats and things like that, keep your money in your pocket for right now, because we're not there yet. But just another way for us to kind of highlight the community by bringing back an old school hotline where you can hop into Discord and I can, control your audio one by one and bring you on the air like an old radio show, like an old hotline show. Hopefully next week when Leo gets back, we'll test that and see how well that works, and then we'll probably roll that out. Probably after Thanksgiving or something. See how y'all like it. RB says I was 5 during the DBZ Budokai era. Let me look something up. Why doesn't it give me a date? Oh, wow. And one guy I do know in this match is Gringo Loco. I don't know if he's from Chicago. but I do know he wrestles in all the Chicago shows. I'm very familiar with Gringo Loco. I think he's had a hand in training a few wrestlers here and there. If you're not familiar with Gringo Loco, he's a white luchador with a dad bod. Don't let the beer gut fool you. He will flip and flop all over this ring as you're about to see. Plus the fact that he's got to be in his like 40s, if not late 30s now. Consider what he's getting ready to do in this match. The excitement in this match is here. I'll let y'all tell me if he's earned those cornrows or those braids he got in his head. I will defer to y'all. But you basically got your white dad bod. Rey Mysterio has just entered the match. I think he did some stuff at MLW and probably some Ring of Honor stuff too, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely some GCW stuff, but like everything that hits Chicago, he's in it. And he's definitely about to give you all the flippity floppity stuff. Budokai 1 on Dreamcast. So Dreamcast was, I'm still looking up the date on this, 2004. That was 25. I should have numbered. That was 25. Thea says I pay attention to our private chat and on the live streams. Okay. We got to ease yourself into it. We're kind of all over the place right now, trying to organize as much as possible, trying to really get a feel for the content that everybody's looking for. I know I probably need to adjust notification settings. I think that's probably one of the things that turns a lot of people off from Discord. I have those announcements channels, and I didn't expect them to be sending notifications out like that. Especially if you get it on your phone, it's going to be annoying. I need to make some adjustments there. I do want to make sure that y'all get the news for the most part, but even that news feed is a lot. But then once you add on like everybody else's like channels or whatever, so I need to make some adjustments on notifications. I know that for sure. I don't want to annoy everybody. No, he's drunken at least another keg of beer since the last time I've seen him. For sure. If he's still going to do the stuff that I think he's going to do, it's going to be amazing. It's like if Kevin Owens was a luchador. That's what's about to happen right now. Watch I talk him up and he like doesn't do anything. I don't know if I asked you this, brother Jarrod. What you think of the Future Saga with Future Gohan? Do I remember it? Oh, it's definitely not weak. But now I remember the details of all of it. It's a lot of the stuff I'm going to rewatch. I low-key want to rewatch The Cooler. I think that might have been one of the weakest ones, but like, I really want to watch that Cooler Saga again for some reason. I don't know. Some things that showed up on my timeline recently from it, just kind of like, oh yeah. I know Cooler was not quite Frieza, but like, there was some funny moments that happened in there. Tia says, Thea, oh, okay. I like the voice part. I'm definitely try this. Brother Gerard, your thoughts on Mr. Peabody and Roman wrestling for the 40th time over Survivor Series? If I like to think less of it as possible. We started. When did we start this? Probably like maybe 10 years ago with like, bringing back like part timers and people who are not really. They got something to action that has to hurt even more. Like that's one of those moves that don't really hurt when anybody else, but if you got a beer gut, you're gonna hurt somebody doing moves like that. You're not gonna suplex this guy. Stop it. Um, that's how I feel about it. It's not selling me. It's not drawing me. It's not what I'm excited about. Cousin Lo says Gohan Beast could have been so much better than what we got. That transformation was overrated and rushed. DB Superhero was ass. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't think I got into it at that point. I was trying to watch like the new one that they had on Netflix. Slow for me. Well, I can't get into the shows. I gotta find a source with it. Whenever they put out the movies, like they shorten it, so it's not a lot like filler and fluffer. Even like the one storyline with like Beerus first came down, Beerus and Weiss first came down. Like watching it episode for episode was gut wrenching, but watching the movie, watched the movie like 3 times. Loved it. Tia says she saw Loco, was impressed by his first match. Yeah, Loco could go. I love Loco. Loco could go, and not for nothing. When you're in those smaller venues, those indie smaller venues, where it doesn't really look like they can do that much. Like this used to be the venue for freelance, but freelance used to wrestle at a bar before this venue, and the bar had like low ceilings. It had like an HVAC thing going through the middle of it where the ring was. And they were still doing like moves off the top rope and stuff, and it's just surreal to see somebody wrestle at that level in that type of venue, in that type of setting. It makes it more exciting. If you're not going to indie shows, go support your local indie, please. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. A Hawaiian is playing UNLV right now. Go Bulls. Robert Brown says to Andre kill Gohan. Okay, I remember that. It was decent. It'll be on a list of ones to rewatch if and when I get a chance to start rewatching those again. I do remember that. The first cooler or the second cooler? The first cooler. I think what I'm thinking one. The one where Gohan, not Gohan. Goku and Vegeta was fighting side by side. Who was fucking them up, and they finally killed the one, and then like 100 of them showed up. That might have been the second one. The one where they beat the one, and there's 100 more that showed up to whoop their ass and took them somewhere else. Yeah, I know a lot of people are not fans of Cooler. I really wasn't either. It just got it hit me in the nostalgia feels. Because all the ones I never went back to, that's probably one of the ones I never went back to. And I started seeing the little clips online, like, let me watch this one again. They should have put Obafemi on the team in the Brock Lesnar spot. They could have put the Hurricane in the Brock Lesnar spot, and I would have been happy. Super Broly was crack. I went to the theater to see it and bought it on Amazon. DB Super Broly got a fan-made sound design remake, and that shit is phenomenal. Have to look out for that. They have officially taken out the first row on a dive. So unless you want wrestling in your crotch, don't purchase the tickets in the first row at an indie show. Nataki, do you know anything about the new Steam system? Yeah, I know a few things about the new Steam system. The only thing I think I need to know about the new Steam system is how much it's going to cost. Because if the price is right, I'll have one. If the price is right, it potentially has the chance of changing the game, gaming as we know it. Um, Feel free to ask any of your questions. I can answer a few questions here. I was actually watching that. We were actually watching some stuff about the new Steam system with Low, as well as KM and Leo. We were in the clubhouse one day watching videos about it or whatever. So ask your questions if you have any. I'm fascinated by it. I'm excited about it. So I know a few things. But yeah, it has the potential of being a game changer. There's a couple things that are really interesting about it, like the fact that they have licensed games from other game systems and other game companies that are going to be playable on this system. Now they kind of entering the home gaming market, console market, competing against the other consoles with their games. That's gangster. That's nothing but gangster. If DBZO was to continue without Goku and make Gohan the lead, they should have had Gohan defeated the androids? Well, you remember how they were trying to pump up Gohan as he was like the next one, and then he wasn't? It's kind of like, they were building up somebody else to, take over John Cena's spot, and then they changed their minds. Like, nah, we're just gonna stick with John for the next 10 years. That's like the one biggest bone that I have to pick with Dragon Ball Z. You could have other characters do other things. Then there was that thought that fueled my way into other animes. My daughter keeps asking for it, Nataki. If that, I'm gonna tell you like this: if that lower price system, if that they have two spec systems, they have like an upper spec system and a lower spec system. And honestly, we're just talking about hard drive space. If that lower spec system is anywhere between like $500, $600, maybe $700, get it. It'll be a good investment, especially if they're already playing on Steam, because that means they already have a bunch of games that they can play on it right away. If they don't have a bunch of games, Steam has these ridiculous sales. Games go for like $60, $70, but they'll sometimes they'll put like 30%, 40%, 50%, 60% off. You know what I'm saying? These games will be like dirt cheap. And be games that they really actually want to play too. So I would say if she has even a little bit of PC gaming experience, and she already has a Steam account with some games in it, excellent investment. Because you already have a bunch of stuff to play, and anything else that she's going to want to play is not going to cost that much. Not on that system. But we won't know anything about it till sometime in 2026 anyway, so you got time. But the way that it looks right now, especially if they're going to price it right, buy it. Why not? Lo says RB they have a series of Goten and Trunks as adults, and that shit was comedy. Lo says no Goku or Vegeta, a whole new cast. Yeah, this is something that we can get and expand from these two characters to anybody else. Like the best that they're going to do is they're going to introduce us to a new powerhouse that's going to end up being second to go to Goku. It's getting old. We've been doing this for 40 years, at least. All right, so like after a wild match, Cruiserweight champion has retained his championship. He's got some really bad hair. I don't know if you guys are watching this or you are aware of it, but like the hair is weird. I don't need to pause that before I get a screenshot, but whatever. We're not going to do all of that. But yeah, I agree with Lo. Whole new cast for them. If you pay attention to Gohan final battle with the androids while Gohan was powering up and his sparks was red, at one point, some tell me, I could be wrong, Gohan almost turned Super Saiyan 2 at that point. That's where you go to the message boards and try to figure out exactly what the animators were going for when they did that. They'll confirm it for you if that's what they were going for. That's one thing, like, that's completely made up. Like, not too much you're gonna have to wonder there. After the Cell Saga, Gohan ended up being a square. Chi-Chi wanted the bookworm. And to be honest, after college, Gohan became a baller and had Dumb Zini. Robert Brown wants to know where he can find that. Jarrod said, the moment you said specs, you lost me. Sorry. The best way I could put it is, you know how like when the Xbox came out, there were more than one type of Xbox that came out and one cost more than the other? The idea of being one performs better than the other. That's what I mean by specs. Specifications. The parts that are inside. The hard drive or the amount of space that's going to be used to store games. That's the only that's different between the two systems that they're putting out. They're putting out one that stores a small amount of games, and they put out another one that stores a large amount of games. That's indicated to me that they're going to have two systems with two different price points, and one of them is going to be priced to be affordable. That's the clue that we have there, that they're pricing something to be affordable. Affordable in my eyes, in terms of all the other specifications, $500 to $700. So if that's the sweet spot, if they hit that sweet spot, buy it. It'll be a good investment. Shotzi Blackheart is out for her match. Oh, she's wrestling on Indy Hartwell for the championship. Not for nothing, if you didn't see the show last Saturday, her and Scarlett made a pretty good tag team. Scarlett is out here killing it. If you haven't seen Scarlett wrestle or haven't seen her wrestle since the WWE, you're going to see her wrestling and you'd be like, what the hell was they thinking? But you know. You can almost say the same thing for Shotzi. At least they gave Shotzi a chance. She couldn't get a character over. The whole Ed Grimley thing wasn't working for her. But if they just let her be this, she might have been all right. They just couldn't leave well enough alone. And give Shotzi her tank back. And now we got HOG Women's Champion Indy Hartwell hitting the ring. Congratulations to Indy Hartwell. She's got a rock on her finger. She's almost off the market. I'm a firm believer that you're single until you marry. So she's almost off the market, but congratulations to her. Cousin Lil says, go to the trunks, be trying to run missions, and they be failing in funny ways. It was on Crunchyroll for a minute. Not sure if it's still on it. Maybe Funimation app. I don't think there's a Funimation app anymore. If it is, it's under umbrella. I think it's all Crunchyroll now. Tia says yes to the hair. Yeah. That shit is wild. How would you write future Gohan? Lowe's gonna pick that up in a minute. I know he is. Keaton Leo is peaking. He sees everything. You know me, I'm part of the Illuminati. They're always watching. And Lo says I bring back Gohan Zara and let him go ham for a whole season like Power Rangers. Jarrod says my gaming knowledge is games from my childhood and pressing all the buttons as fast as I can. On fighting games, you're a button masher. You are a button masher, but like that's okay. You can trust us. We'll be a nurse for you. Did Hollywood Undead like your video on social media? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So they are aware. We're hoping that they watched the whole thing before they liked it. But nonetheless, they are aware that we did the thing and they're appreciative. They liked it. Okay, so the ladies are going to start this match outside the ring. Sasha got pushed into somebody's lap. Oh man, they look like you knew what to do. That's why going to strip clubs, you got to go to strip clubs. It's the education that you get from there. When a young lady ends up in your lap at the strip club and she didn't clear it first and you don't want to get in trouble, hands goes up like this. Not for nothing, Sashi Blackheart is getting ready to take this move. Sashi Blackheart being a happily married woman, Indy Hartwell, recently engaged. Very happy for those women. You still bring the donuts to the show. You bring the donuts to the show. You don't tell nobody. Keep telling y'all. One of y'all gonna listen to me. And when y'all do, y'all gonna have a great story to tell. By chance, brother, did you like Bardock Father of Goku? Yeah. It was decent. Nitaki says I win more than I lose. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it that way. You button masters. You do tend to win more often, especially with like games like Tekken. Let me restart it. Tia says stay in the crowd. Yep. That's what they do. Get really up close and personal. Do not buy front row ticket seats. Don't do it. Thea says on the talk, I'll be pressing all kinds of buttons too, and it's even harder because of my nails. Love says I used to bounce in strip clubs, and let me tell you, the money was great. I bet. We used to run used to frequent a strip club in my 20s. And thing about this particular strip club is that a lot of people that I graduated from high school worked here. So everywhere from like the strippers to the bouncers to the DJs, like they're all in my graduating class. So it was a little different for me because it was like, hey, I had a whole bunch of friends and some titties. But like, you know what I'm saying, it'd be one thing to come in on like a Tuesday because it got to the point where I was going to the strip club on a Tuesday. Because not for nothing, they had a $10 cover, but they also had free beer. So you drink 10 beers, you got your cover. Free pizza, like whatever. Anywho, used to run this scam where, you know, you convince the guy who shows up on a Saturday, who's never been to a strip club before, he get the lap dance. Then they convince him to tip the bouncer. And next you know, it's like everybody makes like a lap dance is called like $100 and everybody gets a piece. It's great. Oh, they go to wrench. Sorry. See, that's why some of these conversations are supposed to happen on Patreon. That's my bad. My bad. I started it. Robert Brown says, love him some Tekken. Another button masher in the group. Nataki says, there, we will have one hell of a match. It'll be epic. Y'all pull out moves that people who actually know how to play wouldn't be able to pull off. Robert Brown says, sadly, with Tekken, The only three main characters is Jin, Kazuya, and Hitachi. My guy's the fat guy. What's the fat guy's name? You know who I'm talking about, speed and weight. That's my dude. Nobody can touch me with him. Nobody. Thea said facts. Cousin Love said Chloe going up on a Tuesday. Yeah, it was. That's when you know you have a problem. I have friends there, but like I also had a problem. Two wrenches. Uh-oh. that's two wrenches. She gets the three wrenches. We out. I made $800 for a 5 hour shift just for escorting a dancer to a car. That's a bill. That's a couple bills right there. One short walk, and you got gas, electricity. You know, some gas, electricity covered for the month. Our B says King is my guy. Oh no. Three riches out. You are done. Eddie Girl says it was the only Islander. I always picked them. LOL and Law. Law was a cheat code back in the day for like Tekken 1 through 5. Everybody wanted, the other guy everybody wanted to play was well, besides Eddie was who's that I forget his name, but the guy on the motorcycle with the kicks. Lo says, "Oh, I'll be trying to get on that bread." Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Leo was, y'all talking Tekken. We're doing everything in this chat tonight. Tekken, Dragon Ball Z, Tupac, Saliva. So yeah, even if it was at the club trying to get that bread. Paul Phoenix. I know Paul. The guy I don't know what I'm talking about is not Paul. Paul is the one hitter quitter. You get that one punch that takes like 75% of your life. Nataki said, I had a little person during Mortal Kombat. What do you mean during? Like your kid was small, was little during that era? Or did you go into labor playing Mortal Kombat? Am I just being silly at this point? I apologize. See, it says, any get out there with your tall self. Superplex from Indy Hartwell. And now her 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". So it's going back to the top rope for that elbow that didn't hit. Now Shotzi is back on the top rope. She's going to do that senton. Yep. 1, 2. Oh, Shotzi Blackheart is the new HOG Women's Champion. Senton off the top rope. Let me look up something real quick. Does Shotzi Blackheart have any other concurrent championships in any other wrestler right now? Is this her only belt that she has? I'm curious. I'll try to look it up real quick, but I'm not going to get a straight answer. I'm research right now. Shotzi is reveling in her moment. We are happy and we are proud. Nataki says little kids had tears. He was beating up on the little kids, butt mashing. Fuck them kids. Nah. You gotta let them know, man. Not for nothing. That's why I think my daughter is just traumatized. She doesn't want to play games with me anymore. Because I just put on one of those fighting games or a racing game. That's too competitive. I'm sorry. Killer Instinct was another really good button masher. Yeah, it was. Unintentional combos all day. It's like you just had to know like the first 5 or 6 hits of a combo, which is basically like you take 2 special moves, you put them together, and you get like a nice little 6-hit combo. And then you just go crazy on the buttons and it just extends that combo to like a 72 out of nowhere. And the Taki said, that's my mindset when I play. You know what? You gotta play to win. You gotta play to win. I want to say that I haven't traumatized JB much yet, but nowadays there's so many collaborative games to play where you play on the same team or whatever, like Fortnite or whatnot, and Minecraft, that we don't really get into the whole competitive part of the game. So he really just kind of sticks to his like 2 or 3 games he wants to play, and that's it. Minecraft, Fortnite, Rocket League. It would have been Roblox, but we got him off of Roblox early because he acting stupid on there. So yeah, he doesn't really get into fighting games. He doesn't really get into like racing games like that. He doesn't really get into anything. I really want to get him into like role playing games. I get him on some Final Fantasy game over. Like, we want to talk about some bonding time. I don't know if you guys know, especially like to the parents in the room. Like, if you really want your kids to think something is cool, you have to play like it's not cool. You can't just be too thirsty to get them to do something, because anything you try to get thirsty to get them to do, they're not going to want to do. That's why I feel like I failed my daughter, because I was so much of a gamer dad, especially when she was younger, that she's just kind of like, okay, I'll play some Animal Crossing, one of these indie games. I'm not going to play nothing with you. Oh, man. So we got Tyler Breeze. I remember somebody in the chat a while back was wondering if Tyler Breeze still wrestled, and for the most part, he doesn't, because he says he's rich, so he doesn't have to. You're only going to do it for the love of the game. Well, we got Tyler Breeze. We got Tyler Breeze in the full Prince Pretty gear. He's going up against the Amazing Red. Once again, if you don't know about Amazing Red, he is the resident professional wrestler and trainer for HLG, and has been responsible for training many of your favorite stars, including Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné is actually a product of HLG. This is her alma mater, and that is her trainer even to this day. Whenever she takes some time off, she's going back to New York, back to Queens, back to seek more knowledge from Amazing Red. Fletch is in the building for a moment. He says we press thumbs up for people. Thank you, Fletch, for coming through. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope all is well. Hope you also know that we are not watching anything WWE related. We have not been for the past hour and 15 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, hour and 15 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes. I hope you're proud of us. We are watching House of Glory. It is on Triller. I know that you're in a different time zone. But if you want to still be up and hang, that is what we're doing. It is available in the Clubhouse. It is available on Triller. They are in Chicago, my hometown. It is a special occasion because I said so. And Tyler Breeze and Amazing Red are about to lock it up right now. Justine is in the building. She says, can I share the Discord link, please? I will get that out to you. That's something else that's supposed to go into my robot, my little Nightbot. But if you give me a moment, I'll get that link to you momentarily. Posted a link to the Clubhouse in the chat right now. It is down there. The link is only good for 7 days. So if you're not a member of the Discord yet, please feel free to join up. So you can see exactly what we got going on in there. Expedition 33 won Game of the Year. One where the Game Awards are not until next month. I believe December 13th. So that'll be the official when we find out. But more than likely, yeah, they're going to get it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Unless politics come into play. Politics is already coming into play in terms of some of those nominations. But hopefully that Expedition 33 gets out of the way of that. They take home to win. But they've definitely been nominated. They nominated for like 9 or 10 different awards on that show. And the voting is open for it right now. So I'm not sure if you can see like the results of like how people are voting so far. But yeah, if we can call it early, we can probably call it early. But the show is not until the 13th. It's like the 12th or the 13th of December. So we'll get the official call then. Leo is checking in, saying what's up to Fletch and Justine. We are extending pleasantries across the board. And Taki says, me and my son number 2 play Little Big Planet. That seems like fun. I haven't got into that yet. I just got another PlayStation 4. I haven't had a PlayStation in like 5 years. I got a PlayStation 4 because I play old games. Before y'all even ask. So yeah, I got my PlayStation back. I do got PlayStation games back there. I had an issue with my my PSN name. My account got hacked. So after I regained my account, I was able to get all my digital purchases back, but I was not able to get any of my saved games back. So now I am playing through Spider-Man again from the beginning. I'm playing through Ghost of Tsushima again from the beginning. I'm gonna have to start this Horizon Zero Dawn again from the beginning. And if I feel like it, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the Trauma again, but Last of Us Remastered. That's where I'm at. But it's okay. I play old games. Lo says, I got back into Diablo 4 a couple nights ago and need Leo to jump back in. That's another one, Diablo 3 for me on the PlayStation. The game is erased. Game saves is gone. I will have to play it again from the beginning. Taki's looking out for Leo. Cousin Lo says to Taki, if you like Little Big Planet 3, try Sackboy. It's co-op. Okay. So it says something. So what's up to Fletch? This thing says thank you. There goes the Discord link. Taki says Lo never played 3. I'll look into him. Nataki is requesting a PS Button Masher Pro t-shirt. You request it, I make it. That's how this is gonna work. I may have written it down on the back of a piece of mail, but I've written it down nonetheless. Consider it done. Back into the action. This match has turned into a slugfest. I need Rey Mysterio's contract to run out again, and for him to like fake retirement, just so he can do a couple more indie shows before he hangs it up. And I gotta get Ray. I gotta get grown Ray versus grown Amazing Red. I still think about how much we are blessed as professional wrestling fans to have an opportunity to see Ray go up against several people in Lucha Underground. Because even the guys that wrestle for WWE right now that he could face again, like, we're not getting in the WWE today what we got in Lucha Underground a decade ago. He was going against Penta and Ricochet, and we were blessed to have that. Dude. Not for nothing, I believe that Mason Red in character has a shot at the Cruiserweight Championship as well. I remember they ran this beatdown angle last month. And then the last show, last week, Mason Red got the win over Dick Nemeth, of all people. So even though the Indies, Dolph Ziggler does the job. So now I'm suspecting that that Tyler Breeze is also going to do the job here as well. I'm definitely a fan of that spot where they're on the top rope and they put their head down between their legs on the top rope and super kick them. That is kind of my jam right there. Lowe says, y'all seen that fan got banned for making an AI AJ Lee kissing his cheek? WWE banned him for life. Wow. The company that got accused of using AI for storylines banned somebody for life for using AI. There is a punchline there. They're definitely kicking the hell out of each other. Chicago's giving them the HOG chance. They are appreciating the content. No one made us privy to anything else to happen on tonight's SmackDown. So I'm going to take that as a pat on the back. I'm a very recorded with myself on making this call. Talking says, thank you, Jarrod. Let me know when the invoice is ready. I would definitely let you know. And I can also do a basic shirt. I can do a crop top. I can do a hoodie. Maybe a tank. Maybe a coffee mug. I'm pausing to get the screenshot for anybody who may not be watching the show with us. Just so you can understand, this is the Cruiserweight Champion. He just made his way out to the ring. I told you he does have something going on with Amazing Red in terms of a beef. I think Amazing Red does have a shot at the championship, but that's neither here nor there. The real story is this hair. Explain to me what's happening right now. Explain it. Please let me and all these inquiring minds know what's going on here. He came out for the distraction. I would think that he would come out for the distraction for Amazing Red, but it looks like it worked on Tyler Breeze instead because he was the one that was distracted. Amazing Red got the Frog Splash 1, 2, 3. He officially won the match, but now he's taking a beatdown from the Cruiserweight Champion. He's trying to get Tyler Breeze up to join him. He's also cussing out the Chicago crowd. That's a mistake. They're going to see you all inside in the parking lot, buddy. Looks like he's trying to establish an alliance with Tyler Breeze on beating up Amazing Red. It's not going to work. This is where Tyler Breeze is going to get all his offense out. AJ Lee made a thing about it and broke out all the smoke. Supposedly he went and made more AI videos with other wrestlers, but they were hella raunchy. Oh, okay. I did hear someone on TikTok making a video kind of calling people who are using AI to make these types of videos lame, but I thank God that I have my algorithm set up correctly so I don't get served a lot of this BS. Itachi's recommended requesting the V-neck. I got you. And right after that request, there goes the link for the shop. Shonda is laughing at the cut. We all got the laughs for Shonda, but can you explain it though? Tell me what's happening. Help me understand. Lowe says correction for earlier. Rusev beat Priest. Sheamus beat Nakamura. Randy may replace Sheamus. Randy's got to do something. I can't imagine what else they got planned for Randy, especially as a face. They ran into that problem where he wants to say a baby face. They don't have a lot of baby face things for him to do. But Lowe, you're probably right. Yeah, I couldn't remember who beat who. I'm sorry. that required me to like to actually take notes during matches, and yeah, I can't see myself bringing that level of integrity to a WWE property. I'm going to put my best effort to keep up with these indies a little bit more. Myron's asking, where is Leo? Leo is at dinner in Vegas on business. No, there she's men's peacoat. You remember when All In? It might have been that first All In. No, it might have been the second one. Was in the UK, and at the time, Blackpool Combat Club came out in matching peacoats. I thought that was fire. I wouldn't be opposed to a peacoat. That might have to be part of the special custom collection. Just because the wholesalers that we're working with right now, they might not have anything that sophisticated. They got a lot of stuff, but I haven't seen a peacoat in there. I have seen football jerseys and basketball jerseys in there. So might be doing stuff with that. Rashonda saying hello to everyone. Hello, Rashonda. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. Leo's is in Vegas, bruv. As you can see. I have no idea what the main event is. It's probably going to be that tag team match, and I don't know how far we are from it. And I don't care. Doesn't well says yes, Picos and Kangos. Oh, fedoras. I think I can get Kangos. I have to look, but I think I can get Kangos. Lois saluting Rashonda. I haven't changed this music in a long time. I don't know why this is like chewing like an old piece of gum. When Leo gets back next week, Leo's going to have to put 8. It looks like we got a spot for 8. Leo needs to put 8 of Lowe's finest tracks that are copyright free onto the stage. Is that Alex Zane? It looks like it. I'm not sure if that's him now. No, it's not him. I think the fedoras would be better. I don't know. Whenever I think about fedoras, I think about JD's Revenge. Nobody knows about JD's Revenge, so don't worry about it. I won't go into the lore. That'll get me off into another tangent. Well, The guy who I thought was Alex Zane is facing Mustafa Ali. For those that don't know, Mustafa Ali is a homegrown talent. He is from Chicago, Illinois. Fun fact, the first indie show that I went to was a freelance show. He was in the main event then. That was probably about approximately a year before he showed up in the Cruiserweight Classic. Cousin Low saying, let's go, easy work. Says Nataki, yes. Cousin Low says 8 tracks for show. Cousin Low says when. Low, if you've been listening to the background music on this broadcast, you would know that from my perspective, and I can't speak for Leo, but from my perspective, this is a 911 emergency situation. We need the music immediately. Like, I feel like part of the reason that my body feels sleepy right now is because of this music. And just based off the music conversation we had earlier in this chat, we're better than this. Better than this. So yeah, 8 of your finest copywritten free non-sample beats that you got. Send them over. Byron Cutler says music for pay-per-views used to tell you about the pay-per-view. I think that's why I vibe with AEW so well. Say more about this, Byron. Music for pay-per-views used to tell you about the pay-per-view. Thumbs up to Low. He says, laugh my ass off for show. I'm on it. Yes, please. Well, I think these beats are making my mouth dry. Not talking. Okay, and Ali and the guy who I think is Alex Zane and doing the lucha things. I wonder if he's actually showcasing one of his students. Ali's got a school here that probably opened up earlier this year. It's located in Rosemont, I believe, like right next to the airport, just like the Allstate Arena is. So he can fly them in and fly them out, get them trained up and out there in the world. Ali also used to be a police officer here in Chicago. I'm saying here like I'm there. He used to be a police officer in Chicago. Had to quit the force because they didn't like the way that he was going about getting warrants closed out. Oh. Getting chopped up a little bit there. Jarrod, you don't like the easy listening background music? No. It takes me back to my high school days when I used to work for Jewel, this grocery store. No. Tyler's back. He says, when I get my PC for Christmas, I'll start making a few beats for you guys. Hey, we would like to take and showcase anybody from the community that does anything artistic, so that we can help put on. We are down for that. You may have to battle low, though. We might have to set up something in the Discord for you and low to have a beat battle. Have a little beat versus back there. So I can tell you right now, if Tyler, if you're gonna make these beats and you got Fruity Loops, you might not have a chance. Yes, I'm still going to forever call it Fruity Loops. I don't care if it's FL Studio. His mama name on Fruity Loops. I'm gonna call them Fruity Loops. Jarrod, you getting the Steam machine? More than likely, yes. If that price is right, within that $500 to $700 range, I'm getting it. Because I don't know. I remember we were watching the videos together, but I think you had to leave to get something to eat or something. I know we kept watching videos after you left. I don't know if you saw when we found a video where they broke down they opened the machine and showed us the inside of it. Did you see that part? Because from the way it looks at it, you pop off the bottom and the hard drive is sitting right there at the bottom. It's an M1 512 hard drive there. You pop that out, you pop in your 2 terabyte, your 4 terabyte, and you're good to go. So why would you buy all the specs are the same except for the hard drive. So if that one is $500-$600, stop it. Game over. I already have a machine that I built myself over here that's got a 2 terabyte in there, and it has I can't think of the name of the system right now, but it has it's an emulation station. I can play everything up to, let's say, PlayStation 2. Some PlayStation 2 games without any hiccups, but all the old school games are on there. I just quietly need something that can play like PlayStation 3 or better. Like, if I can get to that level of emulation on the machine, like that's all I need. And a system that already has Steam installed on it, which means it's Linux, which means I can crack it. I can sideload it. I can still put all of my old games on there and emulators on there and emulate it. Powerful machine. That's worth $600-$700 to me. Easily. So it's a no-brainer. I even take it one further. I have a friend who lives in Colorado. He's a comedian. And he's had some success with running a business now where he goes to different he'll go to different bars and stuff, but also go to different corporations. He'll go to different buildings, office buildings, and run like game nights for them. He's got this setup where he'll set everything up to play so people can play like Wheel of Fortune and all those like 80s like game shows. Like he does his own versions of them, and he uses his comedy to do commentary for the shows. But he's also a gamer, and I'm actually kind of like helping him with getting established as a streamer. And he's got a stream deck already. I'm familiar with the stream box. I'm like, bro, you get like 20, so you get some startup cash, you buy like 20 of these boxes, especially because that's the other thing I think it's going to assist with is pro gaming. So these gaming tournaments, these gaming leagues, like right now they have to like build these rigs in order for them to run these gaming tournaments. You get something like this that you can take to these convention centers and set up to, for gaming tournaments, pro league gaming. It's a game changer. So I'm like, bro, you can buy 25 of these at their price right. Get some startup capital, buy like 25 of these, and then take them. And now you're running gaming tournaments, and you're the comedian, so you can do all the commentary for it because you're entertaining on that front. Next level. He's already got contracts with like the USO. He's done the Army 2 years in a row. He's getting ready to score that contract again. He can change the game. I'm trusting if it's priced right, if they have an affiliate program, like I'm gonna tell everybody to get this thing. I'm really big on it. How can I use the VPN under you guys' code? That is a great question. I believe one of the night bots it is posted up here. So Tyler, if you are still here, you're looking at the screen. That is the link there. The Nightbot will be posted periodically again and again. You just follow that link and you sign up. You'll be signed up under our affiliate link. And if you do so, we do appreciate it because if you do use our link, I hope you know that it does support the channel. Lo says, I didn't see it, but the video where the guy made a budget-friendly replica of the steam machine with used parts, it was cool. I wouldn't mind building one to customize a 3D printed enclosure. It's a fun project. It's going to be beneficial to people who are not into PC gaming. If they make it just easy enough for them to get into it, it's game over. It's game over. I used to be on game battles back in the day during Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2. Bro, I still got my OG Xbox downstairs in the basement. And you used to have to lug that Xbox and, you know, saying to like friends' houses. And sometimes they asked if I could bring a TV. And back then it was just the old CRT joints that you can like carry around. I used to do LAN parties for Halo. We're still doing to this day. I still got my box ready to go. We talking about something like this. Game changer. So the guy that I think is Alex Zane has got Ali in a submission hold, what I remember as the Rings of Saturn. Trying to see if Ali is going to tap out. He has to break the count because he made it to the ropes. And Lo says, I remember LOL, we did LAN parties for Black Ops 1 and 2. Good times. Good times. RIP BL7, yeah. Hawaii is up 6-3 over UNLV. Yep, Ali gets a 2 count, but the guy who I think is Alex Zane put his foot on the rope. I should find out this guy's name. He gave him a power driver on the apron of the ring, which is the hardest part of the ring. What is he giving him? He's giving him pedigrees. That's hilarious. He's mad now. Giving him fist in the corner. Pause. Tia saying, okay, Ali. He's done it a couple of times where that he's covered and he does a little slither up out of the cover. Uh-oh. Ali on the top rope is a problem. Oh, here we go. Ugh. 540 splash for the win. Ali beats No Name Alex Zane. So in HLG, the hometown guy wins matches. Thea is showing her appreciation for Ali. Ali's having some words with the crowd. Okay. After the win, Ali has some inspirational things to say to the crowd. The guy he was fighting is Marcus Mathers. Thank you for that, Tyler. I've been calling him No Name Alex Zane because he kind of looked like him at first. Marcus Mathers is a part of the WWE IT program. He did not let the crowd boo him because of that. Because that means he has an opportunity, as he says, to make some money and put some food on his table and take care of his family. Also, he did mention the three gentlemen in the corner that were in the corner of the ring with him are graduates of the CWC, which is his wrestling school. And a lot of talk about, breaking down barriers in terms of color, in terms of religious belief. Just having a lot of positive things to say. I was gonna get hyped up when you're in front of your home team, your home crowd. It's a shame that one company didn't want him to be this way. Didn't want him to have these moments, being too political. Marcus Mathers, he signed with the ID program and also signed with GCW too. Looks like he's on his way. Wishing the best of luck. This was a pretty good match. Okay, what I think is the main event is getting ready to start now. No, it's not. We haven't seen this happen yet. But this is the matchup we got going on right now, the Wrestlers versus main event. I think we got everything. Barrett says, I think, and I'll read this exactly how you wrote it. I think in the future, WWE will make Iron Survivor Challenge the Survivor Series solution. I think what you're going for. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there's a weird thing that's happening right now. It's kind of like Triple H did what he did with NXT Black and Gold, but we know a lot of that was in kind of like in rebellion to how the WWE and Vince McMahon was booking the main roster at the time. And we know it was a little bit of animosity there because as soon as Triple H went and got sick, Vince McMahon came down and changed everything and pretty much undid everything that Triple H did. Now Triple H is on the main roster. He's the main guy. You know, we had that phenomenal first year in that position, booking for the main roster and making the WWE product pretty interesting. But now he's kind of slid back into, you know, not really booking the show that we like. We prefer him from the book. But in the meantime, Shawn Michaels is now over NXT and he's doing all the things. So it's hard to say what that relationship is. We know they're friends, but business is business. It's just hard to understand what's going to happen because Triple H is already taking people from NXT, has put them on the main roster, and has not utilized them well. Julia being probably like one of the main people that we're talking about. You could say certain things about Carmelo Hayes as well. You know, Triple H just got into that position, and now it's not a guarantee that, you know, things that they're going to do in NXT is going to translate to the main roster. We knew that the War Games is going to come with Triple H. That started in NXT, but that came up with him when he started booking for the main roster. It's not a guarantee that he's going to take too much anything else from NXT. There's still egos that are involved. That Iron Survivor Challenge is closer to what we think about a Survivor Series in terms of what it is traditionally. But right now, the main roster seems to be stuck with War Games and combining that with Survivor Series and really adamant about not listening to us in terms of how we feel about it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. You might have to keep your prayers out for that one. All right, well, looks like to be a phenomenal tag team match is getting ready to start. I just want to take the minute to appreciate everybody who has stuck around and hung out with me while I'm watching this show. It's very dear to my heart. The indie show, HOG, is happening in my hometown of Chicago. Thank you for allowing me to take the reins on this one today and have what's ended up to be an extended show, extended live stream with y'all. As we check out some more indie action versus the main roster stuff. As Desmond tags into the ring, doing a lot of traditional rascal stuff, y'all really have to really convince me that this is this dude's hair. Y'all have to convince me that this is this dude's hair. It's like literally, his dreads are literally draping to his shoulders now. This match is moving pretty fast already. We just got started. They're going in. Hold on. Video file. I did not download this. All right. I'm eyeballing this match, but I'm also doing a little of detective work here. I may need a better image, but we're going to go with this one. Wesley's last appearance in the WWE ring was the end of July. I think they said July 27th. It was in the match against Javon Evans, which he lost. It was this was the match where Javon did like the coast to coast thing with him hanging upside down. This is where the hair was in July. The very last time we saw Wesley in the WWE ring was in July. And that was where the hair was. Should save another screenshot. I don't want to fish for another one. You see where it's at now, though. Like, no, there's no way. Ain't no way. I can't believe it. Oh. Oh. Got one more vote for it's not. It can't be. Because I'm looking to see like, are they being careful when they grab his head? You know, so when they pull him up from the ground, like. Locks installed is wild. Like that phrasing right there, getting locks installed, that's crazy. That's just why it just makes me feel like either like when you growing your locks out, you're gonna go through that awkward phase, so you just try to get past that awkward phase real quick and just get some extensions in. Maybe that's the deal, or maybe he's just a baby face from now. He's gonna go back heel. When he goes heel, he's gonna pull the head off, pull the hair off, like a drop fade or something. Or he's got that vibranium growth oil. What is that? They sell it at Sally's? Not for nothing. I was expecting the beard to be a little bit longer. Let me know. I've been trying to work this Jamaican black castor oil with the peppermint. Trying to keep my breakage down. I'm trying to ZZ top this. Word. I'm telling you. Let me know if they sell that in China or something. I wish they did. It was selling in a second anywhere it's sold. Okay, a phenomenal match that I thought would have gone on just a little bit longer for a little bit more suspense, but the Rascals won. They are now the number one contenders for the HOG Tag Team Championships. So they're going to keep up with this act a little while longer. I'm running with the prediction that they're going to lose the tag team championship match, and then Desmond Xavier is going heel, and when he goes heel, he's going to pull his hair off. Because I think Desmond with the drop fade is the heel version, and I think the dreadlocks is the babyface version. That's my prediction. He gonna pull this thing back just like Sasha Banks did with the blue hair. She can. There's no way it can grow that fast. Yeah, this is July. This is the end of July. I might as well say this is August 1st. From August to November. That's 3 months. No, ain't no way. There's no way. There's no way. He got that wicked stuff with the root realness. All right, this is the main event. Cedric Alexander challenging Charles Mason for the HOD Heavyweight Championship. Charles always coming out in his Sunday's best. Charles not a very liked man in the professional wrestling world, HLG. But nonetheless, he should probably have a conversation with Kyle Fletcher about wearing socks. Because if you're going to do a three-piece with a vest, you got to wear socks, man. You can't do this type of suit with no socks. Unacceptable. Need to take 60 seconds to go grab some water and change the music because this music is making my mouth dry. I'm not playing when it says rock intro space. What is this? All right, I'll be right back. Thank you for the quick break. We'll take a look at your boy Leo real quick. He was asked to send in some promo pictures for some of our upcoming projects that we got going on. Like the one we did with Sirius Black, and this is your boy. Clean. Looking like somebody owed him some money. So you'll be seeing this promo pick around. This is the one he sent out. With your boy looking right. And not for nothing, I just want to put this up there while we're looking at a Cedric Alexander match. I Say Wrestling's next show, December 6th. gonna figure out what we do because I think they distribute their shows themselves, so you have to pay them directly. It's either $10 or $15 usually. It's definitely one of the ones I would like to cover with Leo and with you all if you are interested. Honestly, the way that I feel like the pecking order is when we do like these live broadcasts or these watch alongs is that, you know, a good indie show will take top billing. And then underneath that will be anything that AEW is doing. You know, Russell Tati, our broadcast partner, we usually cover all those shows, and we really don't want to kind of program anybody. But I can tell you what, the WWE PLE will be at the bottom of that priority list as we gravitate more into doing coverage for indie shows. Not just the live streams, we want to write more articles, do more standalone videos. That's one thing that this channel needs is more just standalone videos, not just the live streams. To kind of do a little bit more for us in terms of our engagement. So that's why we are getting King's Corner back together. So we get more of those types of videos on the channel. We can really push this thing to the moon. But God bless anybody who will go back and watch a live stream. I'm not doing it. I'm trying to find a better way to edit these videos now so we can kind of separate moments out of these videos and put them as standalones and shorts. What we got going on right now kind of works, kind of doesn't. But we definitely want to show these indie shows and these indie promotions in more than one way, how we support them. I don't think too many of them are going to go back and watch a whole live stream of us watching them and really appreciate it for what it is. But, you know, definitely want to put more of the focus here. I like how Charles starts out in a suit and he's actually like slowly coming off like he's like he continues to wrestle from going from like calm to like a crazy person. Definitely buying into the effect. Tia is appreciating Pimp Leo. Put Pimp Leo back to the stage. Your boy is fly. What can I say? And not for nothing, without even telling, he's wearing socks. Because it's what you're supposed to do. I understand this sockless generation. Not acceptable. Tia is putting the Asha event on the calendar right now. Yeah, December 6th, we will definitely be supporting them. I think we honestly missed the last one that they did. We're not missing those anymore. So I'm telling you, whatever indie shows that we can get our hands on, that's what we're trying to do. I had already made the commitment that whenever Tyler comes in and is giving us information about another show, we just need to switch over to that show at this point. If we're watching a WWE product, he's talking about TNA or somebody else, we need to be watching somebody else. I said TNA, but I'm not sure about them anymore. They took the title off of Santana. They got some explaining to do. If them taking that title off of Santana means that he's actually going to NXT, then yeah, that would be a good explanation. Other than that, I don't know. Ugh. My man spun him around by his mouth. He fished hooked his mouth and spun him around and clotheslined him. This guy's sick. Let me tune into the sound. It's slow, it's menacing, it's methodical. Lots of chops. Not for nothing, Cedric Alexander and Super ACH back in Ring of Honor was Eddie and Ray to me. Like the matches that they used to have for no reason. Shout out to Super ACH. I hope he as well. They be diving out of the ring and don't realize they had that much room. And then that front barricade gets pushed in like 2-3 feet at a time. Is he biting him? Walkout power bomb for 2. I feel like it's been so long since I've seen Cedric Alexander like wrestle. I forgot like what his finisher is actually. Oh, it's the lumbar check. That's right. I reckon he was going for it right then. There he goes. Nope. That was a stomp that touched nothing, followed by a meteor. Whoa. Oh. Right, back to the chops. Oh. That's a nice looking choke slam. He's not even a choke slam slice. That was nice. Brian Buster for 2. The ref is about to get involved. Yep. Low blow. Perfect. Giving this nasty Death Valley driver again. Tombstone. Gosh, Tombstone. And that's it. It's a slower mesh than what I would have preferred out of Cedric, but Cedric mesh might just be that age or that build where he's not moving around like he used to. He wants to do like the slow, methodical match right now. Charles Mason seems to be a lot stronger than he looks. He's probably probably going to have to put on that list of freakishly strong people, unsuspecting freakishly strong people. Yeah, Tia said got that sodium sweat. Gross. Cedric is southern, but he looks pretty winded. I don't think we're going to get an angle or anything like that, so I think I'm going to call it. Yep, well, their little disclaimer just came up there, so their version of leaf fitting is content with their content. This is John Pasquino? John Pasquiano? I don't know. Whatever. They are content with their content, so they are getting out of here. So we are getting out of here. To everybody who was here from the top to the bottom of the hour. It's 3 hours and 3.5 hours we're here. All for the love of professional wrestling and the love for the things that we hate. TSS, not that salt sweat. But yeah, this has been fun. Doing a Dolo show. I don't want to do too many of these, but when I got to step up and do it, I'm here for it. I'm here for this professional wrestling. I'm here for these indie shows, and I'm definitely here for y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'm not sure what else is going on. I don't have anything else planned. So I would say plan to be back here on Monday night for the usual Cash Money Mondays. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to click all the links. We got the Surfshark hookup. Of course, we got the bodyslam.shop where you can get your merch. There will be a Triller. I'm thinking like if there will be a Triller hookup coming soon. We're in the application process for that right now. Stay tuned to the Discord, to the website. You know how to do all the things. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend. We'll check back with you on Monday. Good night. I'm putting this picture of Leo up. Leo's coming back to the stage. Hold on. Thank you, Thea. I appreciate that. Let me go out the right way. One good thing I want to put in my ear right now. Stop. All right. Have a good weekend, y'all. Be safe.
No worries, I can help you with that. But first, since you don't have your ID, I'm gonna need you to fill out some paperwork.
Man, really, listen, I'm really kind of in a hurry. I'm just trying to get in and get out real quick.
You all are very welcome.
First of all, don't play with me. It's for two. And no, I can't let you slide through. Since you don't have your ID, I'm gonna need a few forms of identification. I need a
Dear, you asked for it. We're going to do it tomorrow.
security deposit.
Whenever I wake up,
Let's get to it. What you need, we
I'll
got
see
it.
what I got,
Finley in the cup, bottles going
and I'll
up.
get it
If you
going.
ain't buying while you in the club,
Also,
it's what they
thank you to
want.
KM. Shout out to
Pull up on the
KM.
show,
Thank you
I'm
for
on the
running it in
skirt.
the
What
clubhouse
daddy's
for me. I
back? Tell 'em
appreciate you.
daddy's back. I'm on the hunt.
If nobody else
I'm that
does.
bully, everybody better run. Check your chain when I can through 'em, checking everything I want. This
Yeah,
be that
check
smoke
the
that
Discord tomorrow. We'll
everybody
be
say
running
they
movies in there.
want.
Don't even
Ain't
worry
got
about
that
it.
fire that
Good
make
night,
me
y'all.
burn 'em up. Whoa. Hop up on this beat, I'm bringing heat for the streets. All these rappers out here weak and all the good ones fell asleep. I'ma put this mic to work and get my son something to eat. They ain't keeping up with me, I guess it's gotta be the feed. Yeah. Hennessy beside me, I'm in love. Whoa. They ain't thought I'd make it, but they lined up for my show though. Now the money coming in and everybody know, but if they not my baby mama, bitch, I'm not giving you dough. I'm out here on my thuggin', I don't give a shit no more. Whoa. Feel some type of way though, you can hang yourself for sure. This ain't for the hoes that go for broke and blame the bros. This is for those people who will sacrifice to get it all. Hey.
No